Hey, welcome guys, here we are on Crackdown 2 again, and in this video we are doing the very long Tac Loc Takedown achievement. And for this one you need to stay in the same squad chopper with as many characters as you want and clear 5 tactical locations. For this one I'll show you how simple it can be, because there's 3 of us in this tac chopper, and that's how we complete the entire achievement. And obviously you need your pilot, you need a gunner, and you need the rocket launcher guy. And the first one we go to is right near the docks. After you've cleared, if you start a new game, you clear the first 2 tactical locations, and then you do the first breach things, you know, where you blow up the bomb and that. You do that one, and then straight away from there you can go back to the docks, grab your chopper, and start from there, because this is where the tactical locations are the easiest. Now the first one we do is right actually not far from where you start the game. And it's simple really. Once you clear out the enemies from quite high distance, and then once the area is clear, you go back down, you hover down to the ground, and then you press back to call to start the assault. And then from that point on you just hover around and just literally don't go too high, because then you'll lose it, cancel out because you've gone too far away. And then after a time you'll see in the top corner it gives you a count of how many enemies. Once you've done that you will complete one of them, and you need to complete all 5 to stay to get the achievement, and you need to stay in the same chopper the whole time. The chopper will take damage. You notice by the end our chopper is pretty much destroyed, you know, with a minor bit of health, but I'll show you through the best 5 tactical locations you can go to, and in which order to basically have the most health and what to do. Now onto this one. This one is pretty easy actually. It's probably the easiest one there was. It was just clearing out the first set of enemies, which was the bit that took the longest. But after you do that, you'll see in a minute we hover down and we activate it for you. In a minute, anytime now. But anyway, yeah, we fly down. You hit back to start the breach again, and it's pretty easy really once you go down and start out. Because on this part, there's 2 buildings either side of the pylons, one on the left and one on the right. One of them is below that beacon, and that's where the enemies come through the doors. You see right there, I'm firing from one side to the other. They come from both those doors and the doors on the other side. And other than that, there was one guy for me down on the street, but I blew them up along with some peacekeepers, which I don't think they were too happy about. But either side right there, that's the only places they spawn for this one, so you can just keep switching back and forward because they come from one side and then the other. And then after a while you will get the amount of kills that you need to have completed that tactical location. See right there, I've completed that one. And you want to watch out as well, because if you don't move fast enough, the choppers come down, and sometimes they will land on top of you and you will get blown up. But from that point, you just move on right here, because that one was actually really easy to do. And then we fly all the way over to the next one. This one is probably the most trickiest, because there is a set section where they will spawn, but there's no sort of area where they just keep spawning from. They just spawn from randomly all around you. And this one's quite tricky because of all the buildings that a potential hazard for you to crash into. Yeah, this one took quite a while to clear out from the start before we actually hovered down to activate the assault. So just take your time. There's no rush really. I mean, it's better to take your time and take a lot less damage than it is to rush it and mess it up and have to do the entire thing again. But as you can see, this can be done with 3 people, so it's, you know, it's a lot easier than you think, even though a lot of people I know have had some trouble doing this. But I got 2 guys online, Ixney37 and Dragon Shifu, who were kind enough to help me out with it. And once you've done that, they come through the doors. Right down the bottom there was the last few that I killed. That's where several spawn. People watch out right now, like my pilot almost hit the wall there, and that would have been, you know, very fatal in the end. But this one is probably the hardest one, because clearing out right away, you see we take a lot of damage here, because some of them had grenade launchers and rockets and they were shooting us very quickly. But I don't take a great deal of damage, but it was just done really quickly. And then they're all the way around this, so you just keep shooting until you're pretty much safe and happy. And then you just stroll on down and get there. The enemies on this one, you'll see in a minute, I will actually land down and then activate it. But the enemies in this one come in the little sort of building I'll show you to the left in a minute, which is right near the sign. They keep spawning from there, and then on across the other side of the bridge. That building right there is where they will come from. And then across on the opposite side of the bridge, they'll come from like another little block there. and they will come outwards. But this one took us a long time. But you notice right now, it gives you a warning because we went slightly too far away, and it gave us a warning to move back, because that doesn't always appear. So just try not to wander too far away. But after you've killed quite a few, you just want to hover over the centre, because sometimes they're down below and that. But after we did that, the last few spawned for us right in the centre, and my gunner took out the last one for us. And that was perfect, because that's 4 done now, and we can just move on to the final one. And our health's not looking too bad, really. So the final one is on the opposite side of the docks where you start, where we did the first tactical location. So it's in a good place, really, and it's a very simple one to do. Right, yeah, just hover up high like I do right here and just keep blasting away until you are pretty much satisfied and you are happy to just stroll on down. There's quite a few enemies. We did actually find this one harder than we expected, but once you clear it out, it's all an open area. That's the only issue. So you just land down, just take out as many as you can. They spawn in a lot of them just spawn in groups in this one, so it was very easy to just get multiple kills. Always keep a lookout for the triangles and just basically just stay aware the entire time. You notice at one point right now we will actually get too far away and there was no warning, and therefore the tactical location was lost, and it was a pain. But the good thing we didn't know at the time is when we went to reactivate it, which we do in like 2 seconds, you notice the count of enemies that we have to kill. We only have to kill 6 guys now, because that was all that was left previously, which is a massive help really, so we don't have to restart the entire thing all over again. So once you kill the final set of guys, like I do right there, boom, you'll get your achievement for Tac Loc Takedown for 20 Gs. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video guide helps you, and don't forget to subscribe for more achievement videos.